guys? Welcome back to the DC Show. This is T. McNeil. Today is Sunday, so let's talk some tech gaming news. So guys, there is a very interesting article floating around right now about the possibility that Nintendo may be moving away from its home console development. Okay guys, yes, that seems to be, not the best news in the world, especially starting off 2019. But Nintendo looks like they're maybe trying to kind of shift their business model, guys, and then maybe, going into some different avenues as far as revenue streams, etc. Okay, guys. So, according to Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa, okay, guys, he did hint at the fact that the developer is starting to remain flexible when it comes to changing of the business plans and their entertainment business as well. Okay, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So it says right here, guys, that again, according to Furukawa, we aren't really fixated on our consoles. Okay. At the moment, we're offering the uniquely developed Nintendo Switch and its software, and that's what we're basing how we deliver the Nintendo experience on. Okay. Furthermore, that being said, technology changes. We'll continue to think flexibly about how to deliver that experience as time goes on. All right. Furthermore, it says that it has been over 30 years since we started developing consoles. Nintendo's history goes back even farther than that, and though all the struggles that they faced, the only thing that they thought about was what to make next. All right. In the long term, perhaps our focus as a business could shift away from the home consoles. Flexibility is just as important as ingenuity. All right, guys. Furthermore, asked about how Nintendo intends to adapt to fluctuations in the industry, Furukawa added that he was thinking about little ways we can reduce that kind of instability, and said he'd like to increase Nintendo's smartphone game development to secure a continuous stream of revenue. We're also dabbling in theme parks and movies, different ways to have our characters be a part of everyday life. I'm anticipating a strong synergy like that, he said. Okay. Goes on to say, guys, that I don't want our developers to think too much along the lines of what should I do if we fail. He added, my most important role is to facilitate an environment in which they can demonstrate their own abilities. I'm not a pro developer myself, so I leave the actual development to the leaders that can tell what a good game is and what isn't. And lastly, good fact here, guys, the Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling video game system in the US this generation. From launch in March 2017 through to November 2018, Nintendo's hybrid console sold more than 8.7 million units. Alright guys, so that is actually the entire article there. And make sure, guys, that you leave a comment down below in the comment section. I came across this information and I was really intrigued by it. And I had to make some content for you guys about this because I really want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on the possibility of Nintendo actually leaving the video game industry as a whole, guys, like just period. Okay. Again, how do you guys feel about that? For me, it's kind of bittersweet, and I want to say that, guys, because growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, I had Nintendo, guys. I had Super NES, I've had 64, I've had GameCube, I've had a Wii. I've had every single console that Nintendo has had to offer over these past 30 years. Okay, guys, and the thing with Nintendo is they're very creative and they're very innovative when it comes to their gaming consoles. Okay, guys, and they're the ones that typically, I say Sony and Microsoft, they usually copy right after Nintendo. Okay, guys, if you think back to Nintendo 64, when that controller actually came out, guys, they were actually the first ones to really streamline the entire analog stick process. Okay, guys, you know, the analog stick, when it launched on the 64, I mean, it really changed the gaming industry forever. Okay, guys, that was Nintendo. All right, the whole touchscreen aspect with the Nintendo Wii U. Okay, guys, even though, you know, the console didn't do that well in the market, it didn't do as well as Nintendo Wii, the original, did, but it still changed the market and it changed the game, okay, as far as creativity, you know, and touchscreen functions. Now we look at the PlayStation 4, guys, kind of having this touch capacitive button, even though it's not touchscreen, but the technology is there because of Nintendo. Okay, guys, we look back at the Nintendo GameCube, okay, guys, with the mini game discs that they had back then, guys. We haven't seen that since, but that's the innovation that I'm talking about with Nintendo. Okay, guys, I mean, even with those little mini discs, you know, and the mini cartridge, I mean, not the cartridge, but the cases that they came in, guys, was very innovative at the time. We look back at the original Nintendo Wii, okay, guys, with the Wii Stick, you know, the Wii balance board, you know, all of the different peripherals that Nintendo has came up with over the years, and just the motion controls. Okay, guys, think about that, how we were able to play the tennis game, and we were able to play all these different type of games based off of Nintendo. Okay, guys, so what I'm saying is, over the past 30 years, Nintendo has been, I guess, somewhat of the driving force in the video game industry, guys. And like I said, Sony and Microsoft basically have followed suit behind Nintendo. And if you guys are old enough to remember, way back in the day, we had the Game Boy, guys. We had the VR headsets back in the, I think, early 90s or the late 80s. Okay, guys, when we had the you know, like I said, the virtual reality headsets that Nintendo created back then. It was actually VR back then. I mean, the imagery sucked, guys. I mean, the colors were terrible. You were likely to almost have a stroke if you looked at it long enough. I mean, that's just how terrible that technology was. But you can already see 25 plus years ago where Nintendo was at as far as the innovation and where they wanted to go. And now we have technology today like the Oculus Rift. Okay, guys, you know, we have Sony's VR headset, etc. So you got to think, where did all of this technology innovation come from? To me, guys, I think it came from Nintendo. So at the end of the day, if Nintendo, you know, decides to leave the market, you know, entirely, or if they decide to stay in the market and continue to make consoles, and they also decide to venture into, like I said, the movies and television, things like that, I don't see anything wrong with it, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, you always want to innovate and you always want to think about the future, okay? And I think, as far as a business standpoint of Nintendo, I think they're one of the best companies to be able to pull the feet off like that, okay, guys? So, like I said, y'all let me know. But I don't think this is the nail in the coffin for the console business for Nintendo. They're really not confirming in this article that they are essentially leaving the console business, but they're just kind of telling us that they're not fixated just on consoles, okay? So this is really not the end, I don't think, of Nintendo as far as the console business. I think quite possibly in the near future they could come out with another console, but they're just trying to change their business models up and just trying to focus on other avenues to, you know, create streams of income. And at the end of the day, guys, that's how you survive in the world today, especially in the business world, okay? This is how your company stays alive, by innovating, okay? By thinking outside the box, by not copying, you know, what someone else is doing, but finding a way to, again, innovate and create a solution to a problem, okay, guys? And this is what Nintendo, I think, does best. All right, guys. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation. All right, guys. Also, make sure that you like. Sorry about that, guys. Also, make sure that you like and share this content. It would greatly be appreciated. Also, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, do not forget to follow me on Instagram at _DC Show and the number 1. So I appreciate you guys watching, listening, and tuning in. Until the next time, guys, have a good one.